We have a double match day this week out in the Premier League. Who's going to be leading the way out in the Blackburn Overseas Cash Cow? We've got the latest fantasy football update coming up next. That's right, folks, back once again with another fantasy football update, boys and girls, and we'll get to that in just 1 second. If you're new to the channel, smash your subscribe button, keep your bang up to date with all things Blackburn Rovers related, fantasy football related, world football related, all here under our Roski. That's right, a week out in the jungle, we come back to this double match day. I'm just literally through the door, got straight in front of the camera to record this because I'm absolutely knackered. So let's take a look at how we got on last week, and we did okay. The actual average was 51 points. We got 43. You know what? I need to really start paying attention to this, but I got some good points. Look at that! What happened here? I completely forgot to put Van Dijk on, and he scored 2 goals. Absolutely livid with that one. But Tyrone Mings to get myself 7 points, as did Cantwell. Son Heung-min as well got myself some big points. But besides that, that's a big blow there. So I need to start paying more attention to this. But anyway, let's take a look at the current state of flux with the Blackburn Overseas Cash Cow. So the overall leader at the moment is the return of the legend, and that is Gulshan Jane, who leads the way by a good 26 points, something like that, over I Really Need the Toilet, Joel Todd. Next up is Tristan Mathias. He's in third spots with D Stones, Rose, Sass. They sit there in third spot there. Graphene C4 is in fourth. FC Theatre Pozzoli is in fifth spot. And there's a whole host of you guys in that top 10 as well. So congrats to you guys for leading the way so far. Let's take a look at the manager of the month for November. That will go to Wolfgang Hugo Orakakewe. You need to get in touch with me via the Discord now so I can get process the payment. I'm actually a little bit behind. I gotta sort out payment for September, October, and November now. So I'm gonna do that. I'm ready. I'm ready to do that. My travel and business is done and dusted. I've got a good few weeks ahead of me now to start getting myself together. So Wolfgang, get in touch with me via the Discord. There should be a code on the screen right about now. So make sure you do that. Quick time. So Graphene C4 came out of nowhere with 288 points as well, just 1 point shy. Heat and Me Cork as well, just out of the mix. And El Turco Celtico, Barry Logren, as in third spot as well. So you guys just miss out. It is down to Ugo Orakawawi for doing the bits himself. He joins the likes of Anish Juduhonen. You also need to get in touch with me via the old Discord as well. Make sure you take a look at the old thing as well. And I think I know the name of this guy, Dadu Nilash. I've seen him on the Discord, so I need to sort him out with his payment as well. But don't worry, I will. I'm a dirty debtor right now, but I will pay you. But let's get focused now and take a look at the situation out in the world of fantasy football. Take a look. You've seen my team, absolute shit. But we're not really focused on that. We want to see the dream team. The dream team is this. This will just scored you 133 points. No bench boost, no double captain. This is straight up points, boys and girls. Martin, that's the West Ham keeper, has come in there, done absolute bits, get himself a clean sheet. 33-year-old Martin on his West Ham debut, a West Ham fan as a kid growing up. So he is the goalkeeper of the moment. And then you have Van Dijk at the back, Cresswell, Doherty, and Alexander Arnold. All of them double digits for you. Into midfield is Dele Alli up there with Son Heung-min from Spurs, Harry Wilson, and Zaha in midfield with Kenchi Iheanacho and Aubameyang leading the way. So this would be your dream team. But obviously nobody picked that. So let's go back and take a little look at the highest point score, which was 124. Triple captain was played, and that was Aubameyang for this team. Who is it? It's Dazas Mutz. He actually got 709 points so far in the thing. Top of the dogs this time out. Again, average is 51. He's nearly tripled it with his 124 points. He went with Leno between the sticks, Van Dijk, Doherty, Alexander Arnold, and Dunk. And then he had a 5-man midfielder: De Bruyne, Dele Alli, Tielemans, Perez, Cantwell, and Aubameyang as well. So he had a few players that let him down there with Tielemans, Perez, Leno as well. Those three really. Anything on the bench for him? No. Pickford? Not really. But if he had a couple of options there, he could probably add a really good score as well. But beggars can't be choosers. So that's the key man for this week. But obviously he's not involved in our league, I don't think. Nah. Let me just double check that. Nah. Okay, let's take a look at the fixtures this midweek. Obviously, I've just been on the road for like 16 hours on the road, so there's no way I was going to do it last night. I had to go to bed early. So here I am now. You'll probably get this before kickoff. If you're lucky enough, the video will be online and you can you can see any, you can kind of listen to what I say. Maybe. Hey, just take it with a grain of salt. But anyway, so kicking off on Tuesday, it will be Crystal Palace against Bournemouth. Realistically, this one, it's a tough one to call here. I do expect some goals, maybe a 2-1 either way. So you maybe want to go for your Wilfred Zaha's at home, or your Harvey Wilson's. Obviously, he is scoring goals for fun in midfield. Also on Tuesday is them 6-figure figures, so is Burnley up against Manchester City. Despite Manchester City blipping up last week with a draw, I do expect them to clean house here against them freaks. Maybe 3-1, 4-1, something like that. So expect Man City to score some goals. So I wouldn't go with any Burnley defenders at all, and maybe not any Burnley players at all for this one completely. Into Wednesday's game is Chelsea against Aston Villa. John Terry is on the books at Aston Villa, isn't he, as an assistant manager? So he's locked horns with Lampard and Chelsea for the first time. Chelsea did slip up against West Ham, but I think at Stamford Bridge this should be a no-brainer victory for Chelsea. I'm going to go with it, 3-1 or something. I expect the goal scorers to fire back a little bit. Maybe your Abrahams, your Pulisic's or something like that. So if you've got them in your squad, or if you've got room to add them to the squad, I think this would be a good opportunity to get them in there. I don't know what their second match is this week. I actually thought there might be a double match day to try and squeeze in a little bit of a cheeky bonus there, but unfortunately not. Leicester keep on winning up against Watford, who have sacked their manager. So this could be a blessing in disguise for Watford fans. They might show a bit of resolve here and maybe a bounce back ability, but unfortunately I think Leicester should have enough in the tank to get a line. Kenny Iheanacho score probably from the bench. I don't know. Didn't see the game. I just saw the headlines. And he doesn't really start games. It's usually Vardy up top. So has he forced himself into consideration with that goal? Well, we'll have to wait and see. So you might want to consider throwing him in there. I'd stay away from any Watford players right now. I don't think they're not going to bounce back here. This game here, though, Man United against Spurs. Spurs are on the bounce right now with Mourinho in charge. Is it going to get a win at Man United? I think they will not lose this. I think they will go at least get a draw against Manchester United and continue his unbeaten start as manager. But I'd fancy a Spurs win, maybe a 3-2. Maybe Harry Kane, Dele Alli's been performing well. Son Heung-min's been like one of the players of the moment. As for Man United, Martial, Rashford, perhaps. Stay away from the defenders. I don't expect anything from them on this one. As to Southampton, Norwich, Southampton, didn't they get a bit of a valuable victory last time out? And Norwich are also on the move, picking up some positive results recently with the draw against Arsenal. Cantwell continues to score and defy the odds in midfield. Pookie's gone a bit quiet, so Cantwell must be in your thoughts if you want to throw a cheap midfielder in there, because he's still got good value in the fantasy world. Southampton as well, they're on the rise as well. Che Adams, stay away from him, not scoring goals. Danny Ings, though, is finding the back of them, as it is James Ward-Prowse. So there's a couple of Southampton names that could be attractive to you at the moment. Wolves against West Ham. West Ham picked up a valuable win against Chelsea. They could be on the rise as well. Pellegrini digging his heels in. But this one's tough to call. I don't know which side I would go. Well, Wolves, is Nuno Espirito Santo on his way to Arsenal? Could be very well on their wish list. So I'd stay away from this one. I don't know which side of the fence this game will go. The Merseyside derby, I think Liverpool will win it, or they definitely won't lose it. So maybe the scoring defenders of Van Dijk, Alexander-Arnold will strike it again, because this is a big game midweek. I know Van Dijk was at the awards for the Ballon d'Or quite recently, like on Monday. So maybe he could be back into your thoughts again. So Everton players, I think this is it. I think after this game, Silva will be binned off. It'll be binned off. So, yeah, I expect Everton to lose this one. So, again, stay away from them with a barge pole. Sheffield United against Newcastle, difficult game, this one. Newcastle have been on the rise recently, getting some good performances. They did pick up the result against Manchester City. Was it a win? It was a draw, wasn't it? It was a draw against Manchester City. Sheffield United as well, digging their heels in. That's a tough one to call, but I would shade it with Sheffield United. So again, you look at your Mousset's been on fire, scoring the goals. Looks good as well. I'd pluck for him to maybe get another goal this midweek. And on Arsenal against Brighton, ignore that little pop-up. Soccer.com is offering me a bit of a steal. Arsenal against Brighton, new manager, Arsenal's Lundberg. He didn't do well with Norwich. Will he do well against Brighton, who have been very stubborn as well? So, again, very difficult to go with this one, but I do expect Arsenal to nick it, maybe 2-1. Let's take a look at some stats now for you. Total points. No, we want to look at the round points. Who was the top players this week? Van Dijk was the main man, scoring 17 points all in all. Dele Alli was there in 15. We did see a lot of these guys in the dream team. In fact, let's break it down. Have a take a look at the goalkeepers this week. Martin was outright number 1. Guaita from Crystal Palace was in second with 8 points. There was a massive cut-off with Dubravka, Leno, Kepa, the like on 3 points as well. So these guys were completely out of the depths, really. It was just these two running away with it. It was a 2-horse race for that top spot this week. As to the defenders, again, it was Liverpool dominated with Van Dijk and Alexander-Arnold in the top 3. Cresswell was in there as well. He got the winner, a goal from against Chelsea at Stamford Bridge. Doherty was in there as well. Dunk scored himself 8 points, as did Tompkins. Lindelof as well. Taggart, Mings, Pereira, Willems, and Balbuena from West Ham getting themselves 7 points. Down there is also some West Ham United players and Crystal Palace as well getting in amongst it, as is Mustafi. Into midfield that we go for this week. Dele Alli got himself 15 points. Harry Wilson got himself 12. Wilfred Zaha got himself 11. De Bruyne 10. Son Heung-min got himself 10 points, as did Grealish, Shelvey, and Ward-Prowse got themselves 9 points in the end on this one. Sterling is not too far away as well. To the forwards we go. Aubameyang, we saw that. And Chiacho were in the dream team. Musset got himself 9 points, as did Ings as well. 2 strikers I did mention that it could be a standout. Did Timu Pukki score? I completely oversaw that. I know Cantwell got a goal. Looks like he did get the other goal. My memory slips my mind there. Vardy as well, up there still chipping away with some points. Rashi, Jimenez, and then it's a big old cut-off to Lacazette and co. So those were the main scoring players this past time out. Let's have a look at who's been binned out, who's been transferred the most. Let's take a look at the goalkeepers. In fact, let's get over there. The goalkeeping situation, Henderson's been binned by 65,000 different teams or clubs in this transfer window or transfer week. Schmeichel's also been binned 55,000 as well. That's actually, coming on in. These have been brought in by 65,000 clubs. Ryan as well from Brighton, still at a good price at 4.8 million. 31,000 different teams have brought him in. Martin's also come in. Is he going to be the new number 1 for West Ham? I don't know. I think it's perhaps him being behind the sticks has given him a big boost, and because they were on a bit of a losing streak, so this could be a turning point for West Ham. Edison as well. Edran's back in the thick of things for Liverpool. So moving into transfers out, and no, scrap that. We'll move on to the defenders. Who's been brought in this week? Lundstrom still continues to defy everybody with 56,000 more clubs adding him this week. Song Chung-Chu as well from Leicester, the Turkish youngster. Another 50,000 have been brought in this week. Alexander-Arnold, Van Dijk, Dunk, Kelly, Pereira, and Chilwell, all amongst the mega movers in the defensive ranks. As for the midfielders, Ali, Zaha, Son, Cantwell, De Bruyne, Pulisic, and Harry Wilson have all been brought in rapidly as the transfer window, because they've got to get the moves on. You've got to get your moves on now, folks, because obviously the games start Tuesday. As for forwards, Jimenez has been brought in 141,000 times these past day or so. Musset as well. Yep, they're seen between the lines as well. Vardy, Ings, Aubameyang, and Rashford also on the move, coming on in. So those are the players that are sort of trending, I'd say. As for the strikers, the forwards going out. Tammy Abraham has been binned 363,000 times. He must be injured or suspended or something. What's the deal? What's the deal? He looks like he's got a hip injury. He's got a very small chance of playing. Aguero's also been binned by 78,000. He has a groin strain, possibly going to miss the Manchester derby. That's what I read. Kane has also been binned 45,000 times, as has Josh King, but they seem to be injury related. Rashi, Firmino, and Ayew has also been binned as well. I've got him in my team, so he needs to buck it up. As for the midfielders, Mason Mount has been binned 127,000 times as well. A lot of Chelsea players have been dumped off here. Martial, James, Salah, Sterling, and McGinn are the top bunch of players that have been dumped off by the teams in the fantasy world. As for the defenders, Digny out of Everton, Peters from Burnley, Wan-Bissaka, Maguire, Ake, Robertson, and Rico have all been dropped off. For the defenders. As for the goalkeepers, Alisson still on the injury list. It could be coming back. Was actually suspended, actually. Yeah, that's right. He did get the red card, but they managed to hold on. So he's suspended for the next week, but Adrian will come in, hence why he's on the move. Pope, De Gea, Anderson, and Button also been binned off for the past few days. What else did we see? What else did we have need to look at? What else do we have? So have a look at the most common appearances in the Dream Team so far. So far, the most common goalkeepers are Ramsdale, Krul, and Fabianski have both appeared twice in the Dream Team. So could be a third time out this midweek. Lundstrom's been in there 3 times alongside Steve Cook, Dunk, Tarkowski, Tomori, Pereira, Alexander-Arnold, Vestergaard, Cresswell, Doherty have all been in the dream team twice. Will they make it a three-peat? As for the midfielders, Sadio Mane's been in there. He's the top dog in midfield. De Bruyne has been in there 3 times, alongside Mahrez and David Silva. Son Heung-min has also been in there 3 times. And then there's a whole cluster of them has been in there twice, including Fleck out of Sheffield United. As for the strikers, the main movers are Vardy's been in there 5 times. Abraham's been in there 4. Aubameyang, Aguero and Rashi have been in there twice. So that's the movers there. Any other bits and pieces? We looked at price last time out. So yeah, I think that'll do. Again, if you are in the Brighton Overseas Cash Cow and you are one of the managers of the month, or if you just want to join anyway, make sure you join the Discord. There is a link in the old description. It should be also on the screen right about now. And then we'll come back again, I think Thursday/Friday for another update, because of it's a double match day, and we'll see who's in game week 15, Dream Week, and all that kind of good stuff, and see who's leading the charge out in the Blackburn Overseas Cash Cow League. So make sure you stick around for that bad boy. Until then, make sure you smash the thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. Smash the subscribe if you are new. New videos every single day, one way or another. Whether it's fantasy football predictions, or a bit of FM20, or a bit of Blackburn Rovers, of course. That's what it's here for, folks. But until then, smash the subscribe. I'm out of here. Thanks again for watching. Please like, share, and most importantly, hit the subscribe button to keep you bang up to date with all things Blackburn Rovers related, Championship related, football related. We've got it all covered right under one roof. And while I still have you, please be sure to check out some of the old videos scattered along here. I hope.